Steve here, Woodworking Masterclass. Not sure what this video is about, but I'd just like to share with you something that occurred to me or happened to me during the week. I've got a crystal cabinet to make for someone, and the handles I want to use some really high-figured timber that I picked up on a timber trip a couple of years ago, and it's dry, but it's gnarly, it's cranky, it's warped, it's twisted, and it's as bony as anything. So I thought it's about time I got up with the 21st century and went and upgraded my machinery and went and got one of those helix cutters from the jointer and maybe for the thicknesser. And then I got to thinking, why do I want to upgrade my machines that have served me so well for so long? And interestingly, the answer was because it's going to make my job easier. Well, I didn't become a woodworker or a furniture maker because I liked doing things the easy way. I started being involved in making furniture and woodwork because I liked the challenge of what I was doing. And here I am wanting to buy a machine that's going to make it easier for me to do a job. And after about 3 coffees and a piece of mud cake, it occurred to me, why do you want to make it easier? Why don't you just learn to get better? So I came down to the workshop for a few hours a day, and I would just practice and practice and practice with my hand tool skills and different little hand tools I've got around the place. And what I came up with to flatten this board, which in all honesty a machine couldn't flatten and leave the finish that I got, I used a spoke shave. Now normally a spoke shave you associate with rounds and curved surfaces and concaves, but you'd be surprised how versatile a spoke shave is for planing nice flat timber that's a bit warped, because really if you look at it, it's got curves and they did it anyway. So I used a spoke shave and this little pocket rocket here. As you can tell, it's only a very, very small plane. It's called a palm smoother. Both of these, by the way, are from H&T Gordon. And it's taken me a while to master them. But I think you'll agree, after you watch the video I'm just about to show you, once mastered, it opens a whole new avenue and a horizon for your woodworking without going down the road of buying new, expensive, and in many cases, unwarranted equipment or machinery for your workshop. So I'd like to share with you just this little experience I had of flattening this board, and I'll talk to you afterwards. Well, I think you'll agree. That is a pretty impressive piece of timber. And that was real time. I think, what was it, about 4 minutes or something? So it took me about 10 minutes to do both sides. And at the end of it, yeah, I was out of breath. But boy, did I feel good. Because I'd used my skill and hands to do it, not just thrown it through a machine. And two of the most unlikely tools that I really wouldn't have even given a second thought to hadn't I had that epiphany earlier in the week. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you're commercial, fine, you've got to do things quickly. But if you're woodworking or building furniture, because it's something from the heart, it's something you love and it's something you want to do and you just really enjoy having your time consumed by it, hey, instead of looking for shortcuts, instead of looking for the latest whiz bang shiny new machines or tools, just work with what you've got. And if you need some more, go onto one of the auction sites and buy some good second-hand stuff and learn how to use it. It has taken me hours and hours to learn how to sharpen properly. It has taken me hours to learn how to master these planes. But once mastered, it's a skill you'll never forget. Any of these metal planes behind me, when I first started, I was getting tram tracks, I was getting tear out, I was getting dig in blades and ripping bits of timber out and getting awfully frustrated. But it's only through practice and improving your skill that you become better at what you do. And quite frankly, at the end of the day, if I've made a piece by hand or with machine, I find I have far more inner satisfaction in the piece that I've made by hand. So there you go. Nothing big, nothing startling, but I guess the message is, if you want to be involved in woodwork, don't be sidetracked or seduced by all the latest gizmos on the market. Get something sharp, get something that you can plane, and just be about planing it. It might mean you've got to work on your sharpening skills. It might mean you've got to work on your eye-hand coordination. It might mean you've got to learn how to read timber properly. But all these things are going to be a great asset for you as a woodworker down the road. So this is Steve, pulling the shed door down. Really looking forward to having your company at the workbench again and saying, remember to keep it sharp. But more importantly, keep it safe. And even more importantly, enjoy what you do. Bye for now.